Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zlinski.
and welcome as we recap the start of spring training, start of the WBC, and just leading into the season. I mean, Ryan, we're in March Madness, end of spring training, baseball starting up. We got WBC playoff baseball in March, like one of the most entertaining months when it comes to sports. I mean, not even talking about NFL Combine, NFL free agencies. A great month to be a sports fan.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to talk about September, October, playoff baseball, NFL coming back. As much as I love playoff baseball, I mean, think about March. You got World Baseball Classic, opening day at the end of the month, March Madness, the Masters is coming up. This is a great NHL and NBA playoffs. This is a great couple months to be a sports fan. But yeah, Cubs are playing some ball right now. World Baseball Classic, like you said. I mean, it's playoff baseball in March, so I'd love to see it. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun month here until we take on the Nationals in about 3 weeks now at Wrigley.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Opening day versus the Nationals at Wrigley. Like, assuming K Horton on the bump, just seeing Bregman's debut as Wrigley's. He's been killing the ball all spring. PCA coming off of that big season, but we got a lot to talk about, so we're gonna get right into it. So first things first, we're gonna talk a little bit about each of the spring training games as there has been a couple played so far. So starting off, it was a sunny Friday in Mesa, Arizona, as the Cubs started their spring training versus the Southsiders of the Chicago White Sox. It was Jonathan Cannon versus JMO on the bump. Cubs lost this one 8-1 as JMO had some trouble with the long ball. He went one inning and two thirds. He went four hits, four runs, all of them were earned, one walk, one strikeout, two home run. Nothing really much. Bullpen Gavin Hollowell looked pretty nice. Three up, three strikeouts down. Porter Hodge did see some trouble. Early in the game, Seiya Suzuki with a bomb that got me excited. I mean, first inning of baseball back, just seeing Seiya go yard. Ryan, who's your player of the game for this one? Any takeaways?
For me, Seiya Suzuki, I mean, he was really the only one who really showed up to the plate. He like you said, he hit that bomb in the first inning. Um, JMO was struggling a little bit at the time. I was like, all right, whatever. But he's been struggling a lot throughout spring training as he's come in. So that's a little bit of a concern. But again, it's just spring training. Still got 3 weeks until it really matters. But yeah, Seiya Suzuki for me, player of the game with that bomb.
Yeah, so us as Cubs fans, we've only had limited opportunity to watch this team on live TV with the 2:05 start and with the marquee only airing certain games. Don't even get me started with that. But we were able to see the first two games as the Cubs lost their second game 3-2 to the Texas Rangers back at Mesa. Sloan, Matty Boyd pitched this one. Not too much trouble. He won an inning and two thirds, five hits, one run, no earned, four strikeouts. Palencia came in, 1-2-3 inning. Hobie Milner got hit pretty hard in this one inning, three hits, two runs. Both of them were earned, two strikeouts. Luke Little looked solid. Jack Neely struck out three. That was about it from the bullpen. Out of the starters that played this one, Carson Kelly had a double. PCA was 0 for 3. Matt Shaw hit was 1 for 2 with a solid single. Triantos was 1 for 3 with the run. Jefferson Rojas had two RBIs and was 1 for 2. He smoked the ball up the middle, and Triantos came in on this play. I remember watching that. Johnny Long with a base knock. So, player of the game, takeaways.
Player of the game for me, Jefferson Rojas. Again, like you said, two RBIs. For this one, lost 3-2. Pitching was fine. They just gotta find more offense. Yeah, no, I mean no real problems with this game, but just gotta find more offense. Jefferson Rojas, a big two RBIs.
Yeah, so then the third game, the Cubs went to take on the San Francisco Giants as the Giants played majority of their starting lineup, including Luis Ariz, Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, Rafael Devers, pretty much everyone that you'll see in an everyday lineup for them. So a tough outing for Colin Ray. Hitting wise is who he had to face, but he looked pretty solid as he went an inning and two thirds, three hits, one run, and it was earned. One walk, two strikeouts. Caleb Thielbar pitched in this one, went an inning with one hit allowed, no runs. Riley Martin saw some troubles as he's a guy who's going to look to make his MLB debut this year. He went one innings and two thirds, two hits, two runs. Both of them were earned, one walk, two strikeouts. Hitting wise in this game, we didn't see a lot of the starters. Matt Shaw went 1 for 2 with a knock. Bregman, some solid contact in this one, but no hits. Seiya had a knock in this one. Miguel Amaya was 2 for 3. Dylan Carlson was 2 for 2. This was the game we saw the really weird triple play. But Cubs lost this one, but still a fun watch as Colin Ray took on some tough competition. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, for me, for player of the game, I think Miggy Amaya. He went 2 for 3 with two singles. Would have had an RBI, but Bateman was thrown out at home, and then Amaya went to second on the throw. But yeah, again, like you said, not they didn't really play a bunch of the guys. So for me, Miggy Amaya, a big two-hit day for him. Good for him to kind of get back into the swing of things after that rough injury at the end of the year after just coming back from an injury.
Yeah, and then in the Cubs' fourth game, they went to surprise Arizona to take on the Kansas City Royals. They got their first win in the spring by a score of 3-2. Um, Triantos went 1 for 4 in this game with two RBIs. This was a solid game. Saw really good outings from both Ben Brown and Javier Assad. Jefferson Rojas hit a big bomb. It was a solo shot, 413 feet. Jameson Triantos hit a 2-run single PCA, or I believe PCA went to third on this. Kingery scored and Brett Bateman scored on this. Cubs won this ball game 3-2, highlighted by the pitching from Javier Assad and Ben Brown. Brown started this game. He went 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks. Surprisingly, 3 strikeouts. He looked really solid as he's developing that new pitch, just kind of like a slider, splitter, something like that. But it's been working very well. Then Javier Assad won an inning and a third, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Porter Hodge had a bounce back outing, 1 inning, no runs. Ryan Rolison, who the Cubs picked off of waivers, went 1-2-3 inning, and then Colin Snyder, another guy the Cubs got off of waivers, went an inning 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. So player of the game takeaways is the Cubs got their first win in spring training.
As you highlighted, Rojas with the homer. Triantos had that two-run single too. I'm gonna give it to Pedro Ramirez. He had a double and a single. Some pretty good offense here in this game. Finally, after the couple of games where they were scoring 2 or 3 runs only. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Pedro Ramirez with the double and the single, and then highlight Triantos and Rojas too.
Yeah, and then the Cubs got another win as they beat the Padres 6-5. Carson Cowley hit an RBI single. Michael Bush hit one 413 to start this game off. Somehow wasn't a home run. Bushy got hit by a pitch. Run came in. Matt Shaw hit a sac fly. And then Carson Kelly hit his first homer in the spring, solo shot, 418. And then BJ Murray with a 2 RBI double. Cubs won this game 6-5. Shota Imanaga pitched this one. He looked pretty solid. 2 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Daniel Palencia won an inning with 2 hits, 1 walk, but Lamp limited the damage, giving up 0 runs. And then Jacob Webb had a rough outing, the newly acquired Cubs reliever. He went 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 walks. Besides that, Hobie Milner pitched an inning, looked solid. Gavin Hollowell, 6 up, 6 striking out within his 2 outings. Ethan Roberts came in, looked solid again. Rye, player of the game, takeaways from this one.
So you cover one of mine, or covered both of mine actually that I have highlighted here. BJ Murray 2 for 3 with two RBIs, good for him. And then Carson Kelly too with the homer added on. He was 2 for 3 with two RBIs. So again, some good offense in this game, and there you go. Good offense leads to wins.
Yeah, for sure. Then next game, the Cubs took on the Rockies. That was last Wednesday. So JMO pitched this one. Very rough outing for him as he's been struggling as of late. He went 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. All of them were earned. 1 strikeout. Long ball's been killing him as he had back-to-back outings with 2 home runs allowed. Horton made his spring training debut in this one. He went 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Thielbar saw a lot of struggles as he went a third of an inning, 6 hits, 5 runs. He gave up a home run. Phil Matten made his debut. He looked solid. Hunter Harvey made his debut. Looked solid. Luke Little saw some trouble. He walked 2, gave up 3 hits, resulting in 5 runs. And then Jack Neely looked solid again. Hitting wise in this one, obviously they scored 7 runs, so they looked pretty solid offensively. Chaz McCormick with an RBI single, Ian Happ RBI single, Owen Miller RBI double, and then Devin Ortiz RBI single, Leon Espinoza with a RBI double.
Yeah, my guy, you just covered it. But we got to highlight here Leo Espinoza, 2 for 2. He had the RBI. Another, solid offensive game. I believe the score was what, 14-7, was it? Yeah, 14-7. So, this one's kind of a bullpen implosion, as we saw a bit last year. But, put up 7 runs on the board, good things are going to happen. So, yeah, for me, Leo Espinoza had a solid day, 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Yeah, and then in the Cubs' next game, they lost 4-5 to the Angels. Dylan Carlson started this one off early with an RBI double, and then Pedro Ramirez with a sac fly, Michael Busch RBI hit by pitch, Mike Trout with a double, and then Dylan Carlson another RBI single. And then Jackson Wiggins got hit hard in the bottom of the fifth with a Camarero RBI triple, Kyron Paris RBI single, and then a Chris Taylor RBI double. For the pitching in this one, Matty Boyd started, looked flawless against a solid Angels lineup with 3 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Jackson Wiggins made his debut on the spring, went an inning and a third, 6 hits, 5 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He got hit pretty hard. That was about it for the pitching in this one.
Yeah, so for me, again, another guy to highlight. Going to talk about him a little later too. Dylan Carlson went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. I've really liked what I've seen so far from him in the spring. Obviously, we'll cover that a bit later. But yeah, Dylan Carlson, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, pretty solid day for him.
Yeah, and then next the Cubs took on the Guardians in Mesa, and we saw a lot of the starters in this one as Dansby Swanson started off early with a 2-run shot in the first inning, and then bottom of the sixth, Dansby with an RBI single as he had quite the day, and then later in the game, in the bottom of the seventh, Scott Kingery with a home run. He was a non-roster invite, formerly was a utility man with the Phillies, as he was in left field for this one. 413. And then the bottom of the eighth inning, Lionel Espinoza with the RBI single, and then Jefferson Rojas for some insurance with an RBI double. As he smoked this one, 107 off the bat.
Yeah, you touched on, another guy that I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the show, but Jefferson Rojas, obviously I'll highlight him, but this one's kind of a no-brainer. Dansby Swanson, 3 RBIs. He had a homer, 2-run shot in the first, and another RBI single. Really great to see him swinging the bat pretty well.
Yeah, we saw a lot of quality arms as Edward Cabrera made his debut as a Cub. 6 up, 6 down, including 3 strikeouts. Ryan Rollison with a clean inning. Daniel Palencia, 3 up, 3 down, including 2 strikeouts. Colin Snyder with a clean inning. Jacob Webb with a bounce back outing. And then Porter Hodge saw some troubles again as he went 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits and 5 runs. Ethan Roberts looked solid, 3 up, 3 down. And then Gavin Hollowell came in for the save, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, but still got 2 strikeouts. So 8 out of his 9 outs were strikeouts coming into Friday. And
Yeah,
then
that's a good sign.
Saturday, the Cubs took on the Dodgers, came away with a 6-2 win in this one, as we saw a lot of the backups, but they definitely made some noise in this one. But scoring didn't start until the fifth innings. B.J. Murray scored on a wild pitch. Wasn't a lot of offense. And then later in the game, Pedro Ramirez hit a single in the top of the seventh. Brett Bateman in the top of the eighth hit a RBI single. And then top of the ninth, Kane Kepley hit a gapper, got a triple, 5-0. Kane Kepley, follower of the podcast, has been having an impressive spring utilizing his speed and stealing bags, triple and double in this one. Owen Miller with a sac fly, and the Cubs would win this game 6-1. On the mound for the Cubs, Ben Brown looked really good again. Um, he went 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Colin Ray went 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Javier Assad went 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. So I mean, hey, 3 guys that are looking for bullpen arm went a total of 8 innings, allowing 3 hits, no runs, and 9 strikeouts. So that was really impressive, I thought.
Yeah, again, I'll highlight the bullpen here. Like you said, 8 innings. You said, I believe, 9 strikeouts. That's very impressive against the Dodger team. Obviously, not with the gauntlet of a roster that they're going to have in you know September, October, if we see them in the playoffs. But yeah, good work from the bullpen. Ben Brown, impressive again, and at the plate for me, player of the game, Kane Kepley. Had that big gapper in the ninth. But yeah, shout out Kane Capley having a good spring so far.
Yeah, follow the podcast. Shout out to Kane. Then this was another marquee game. The Cubs lost to the White Sox 5-1. Um, Edgar Caro started this one off early as we saw a lot of home runs as he had a solo shot in the first inning, and then Alex Bregman first homer as a Cub. That this would lead on to games back to back. This was his last appearance with the Cubs until he reported to Team USA, and he's been 2 games for Team USA, 2 home runs in that, which is very impressive. Love to see it. And then solo shots against Shota all came from Brady Montgomery, Austin Hayes, Lenny Sosa, and Jacob Garcia with an RBI double. So the Cubs lose this one 5-1. Breggy hit the solo shot and went 2 for 2. Nothing really much. PCA went 2 for 3, which was good to see him get his first hit on the spring. Shota went 2 and 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 strikeout, and allowed 3 home runs, which has been his huge problem ever since last year. Hunter Harvey came in for an inning, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. Thielbar came in, 2 hits, no runs. Luke Little gave up 1 hit, no runs in his 1 inning, and that was about it.
Yeah, for this game, I mean Bregman, he hit the homer, first homer as a Cub, only real offense that the Cubs were able to show. A little bit of a concerning outing from Shota just because, his problem since last year, like you said, has obviously been the long ball. He's a fly ball pitcher, but a lot of those leave the yard, especially starting really in that White Sox game that I was there for that. That was an absolute nightmare. And then he never really flipped the switch back. But yeah, Bregman for me, player of the game. He hit the homer. He went 2 for 2. PCA got the first couple hits of the spring. So yeah, kind of a game to wash away.
Yeah, and after that game, PCA and Bragman and a lot of the guys reported to Team USA camp. And then on Monday, the Cubs took on the Reds, lost this one 17-19. This was like a football score. Game started off early with a Mo Baller RBI double, Chas McCormick RBI single, and a Jefferson Rojas RBI ground out. And then J-Mo would go on to give up 6 runs, including home runs from Novi Marte and Matt McLean. And then the Cubs would tag along with RBIs from Owen Miller and Pedro Ramirez. And then after that, Matt McLean hit a 3-run homer, Sal Stewart 3-run homer, Reese Hines homer, Garrett Hampson homer. This was just a field day, but shout out to our guy Cade Snell with a 3-run shot, 428 feet. Did an interview with him in the offseason. Make sure to go check that out. It was a long ball from Cade, which I loved seeing. I was super happy to see that, just all the work that he's put in. J-Mo pitched this one, 2.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs. Just a very rough outing for him again as he's been struggling all spring. And then Ryan Rollison came in as he's trying to make this bullpen not a good outing. Didn't even record an out, 4 hits, 6 runs. And then Hobie Milner pitched a clean inning, which was a good sign. Then Colin Snyder, another guy trying to battle for a roster spot. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs. So not very good jobs there from Snyder and Rollison to help their case. J-Mo with another rough outing, but Milner looked solid, and bright spot from some of the offensive talents like Kevin Alcantara, Matt Shaw, and Moses Ballesteros.
Yeah, so right now, like you said, like this is where we're gonna see, now that the guys are reporting to Team USA and their other respective countries, we're gonna see a lot of the guys who are fighting for a roster spot get a lot of, at bats, a lot of playing time. Guy that stood out to me, Dylan Carlson, he went 2 for 2 in this game. I mean, we're gonna get to the guys who have kind of stood out, but Dylan Carlson, a guy really fighting for a roster spot. He's proved a lot in these games. But yeah, he went 2 for 2 in this game. A lot of offense, but they were up 4-0 in the first inning in this game and ended up losing by 8. So don't really like that, but obviously he's still spring. But yeah, Dylan Carlson 2 for 2, good day for him. And then shout out Kate Snell too.
Yeah, and then yesterday the Cubs took on from the WBC Team Italy. That was cool to see. A lot of the starters played in this one. Cubs would end up losing this game 9-4. Dansby in the bottom of the second with a solo home run, and then Nico with a 2 RBI single and Ian Happ RBI single. And then Owen Ayers, follower of the podcast, want to give a shout out to Owen. against the Cubs as a Cubs prospect hit a 2-run bomb for Team Italy. Kind of ironic. Cool. Wish Owen congrats on that yesterday. He was laughing about it as he hit a home run against his own team, as he was a breakout player last year. Assume he'll be up soon with the big league clubs as how impressive he has been. Kyle Teal with the homer and then Thomas Sargis and Italy scored a couple after that. Got to see a lot of the starters. Cade Horton pitched again. Beautiful. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Jacob Webb looked good. Ethan Roberts looked solid. Jack Neely struggled a bit, giving up 3 hits, 4 runs, but none of them were earned as there was a couple errors in the field when Neely was pitching. Then our guy Luis Martinez Gomez came in the last inning. He walked 1 but 2 strikeouts. Impressive outing for LMG is he's been getting some talked about within the Cubs prospect pool because of how impressive he's been.
Yeah, would love to see him succeed in the big leagues. First interviewer. That'd be fun to see. But yeah, for highlighting that Italy game, I mean Dansby, Nico, and Hap all combined for some pretty good production. Like you said, Owen Ayers with that homer. But Cade Horton, I mean, 3 innings, 1 hit. Love to see that from him. Obviously, he's going up against, not great, but solid Team Italy team. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, flashes of good in this game. Obviously, they lost, but still a lot to be positive about from that game.
Yeah, and then today the Cubs took on the Brewers, got a 4-1 win with Eddie Cabrera on the mound. Toronto started early with an RBI single and then Mo Baller RBI ground out. Only mistake that Eddie made all game was allowing the solo shot to Chris Yelich, kind of a Mickey Mouse home run, 395 feet. And then Owen Miller with the sac fly, and then Jefferson Rojas with a bomb. I mean, pimped the heck out of this home run. You knew he was gone off the bat, 438 feet. Cubs had gone to win this one 4-1. Cabrera looked very solid. Um, he went 2.2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. I actually messed that up. That was not him who gave up the home run. That was Kirkpatrick who came in to finish out the inning, gave it out. So no runs against the Brewers. Brewer fans get used to that, getting shoved by this guy. Jackson Wiggins with the bounce back outing, 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, three guys I want to highlight here. James Triantos, he went 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Jefferson Rojas, like you said, absolutely pimped that ball. He's been awesome this spring. Can't wait for him to, really pop off this season in Knoxville. And then Eddie Cabrera, like you said, scoreless. Brewers fans, I hope you're used to getting shoved by Eddie Cabrera, like you said, because it's gonna happen a lot. But yeah, good to get a win against Milwaukee.
Yeah, 100%. So, no, that was a lot. So, Rye, break it down. Who are some hitters that have impressed you?
Yeah, so the three guys that I've kind of highlighted here that have impressed me so far this spring, Dylan Carlson, for him, outfielder, really working for, a spot on the roster here. He's one of the three guys we touched on in, I believe, January when they signed him. Because we said he's going to have to, really prove it. There's probably about 4 guys fighting for one roster spot. He's proved to me so far that he's the guy to go to. Obviously, we still got, a couple more weeks of spring ball left. But for right now, he's, I think, the guy to go to. I don't remember if any of us, I know we made predictions who was going to make the roster. I don't remember if me or you did say Dylan Carlson, add a kid. But yeah, he's shown a lot of flashes of good. So he's number one. Number two for me, Jefferson Rojas, Cubs' fifth ranked prospect in Knoxville right now. Um, he's a middle infielder. He is 20, so he's a young kid. He's been really doing well. Obviously, he had that homer today. For him, like I said, middle infielder. Cubs kind of have their middle infielders for a while locked in. Do you think he could become like, a trade piece at the deadline this year, next year to go get a guy to help them, win a ring in the coming years?
100%. I think Toronto's is a great talent. I think he's MLB ready. I think he could be used as a pinch runner, a great utility man for the Cubs, or as a trade piece.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that because obviously he's showing flashes of good, but like where he plays at, I don't know if there's necessarily a spot for him yet. And there could be if they really hold on to him for a while, but I just think if you can get a lot of value for him, he's your fifth ranked prospect. So if you can get good arm or a need, obviously we're not in the season yet, so we don't really know where the holes are. But if you can fill a hole and go out and win a World Series by trading him, by all means do it. And then my third guy, Alex Bregman. He's had a couple bombs so far. Like you said, he just hit. I think he hit. Oh, he's now hit 3 homers in 3 games. He's hit a home run three straight. So yeah, he's just done. Fielding good, hitting good. So hopefully that can continue on into the season. But for you, do you got who are some bullpen guys that have kind of caught your eye?
Yeah, so on the pitching side, I want to start off with Ben Brown. He went 4 innings pitched so far. Only 3 hits allowed, 0 runs. Looked very solid compared to last year. More calm and collected, and adding that new pitch to his repertoire has looked really nice. And then Gavin Howell, he went. He's been 3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. He's looked very solid. He's looked nasty so far. Saw a little bit of time last year. And then a guy we haven't really heard about, Jack Neely. He was acquired in a trade at the deadline 2 years ago. He's went 2 inning pitch so far, 5 strikeouts, 0 runs. Very tall frame with a good velocity. Then Matty Boyd picking up right off where he left off. 4.2 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 1.93 ERA, and then he pitched 3 scoreless for USA yesterday in their spring training game. Then Javier Assad, he's looked very solid, hasn't given up a run yet, in I believe 5 innings. Can't wait to see what he can do for Team Mexico in the WBC. And then Colin Ray, I mean, he's gonna have to eat up a lot of innings this year. Picked up right where he left off, and I've been very impressed with these 6 guys.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight on Ben Brown because last year, if you guys were watching last season, you'll remember, I believe they played the Cardinals. We probably had the biggest crash out in Cubs line history because Ben Brown got let in the game and he kept giving up home runs. I think we were both screaming. But I feel like the problem with him was always that he had a fastball and a curveball. It's like, dude, you gotta kind of you need another pitch or two. Adding the sinker. Right. I think if he can add the sinker, get that down, and 3 pitches. I mean, you'd like a fourth, but like three is fine. And if he doesn't just have the fastball and the curveball, I think that was always just his problem. And if he can add the sinker now and get good, better movement, better location, I think he's gonna be I won't say really good, but I think he'll be he can pitch now. Like it's not like he goes in and you're like, all right, they're gonna give up 5 runs here.
He can pitch MLB innings is the biggest thing.
Yeah, exactly. He can pitch MLB innings without giving up 500-foot home runs.
Mm-hmm. So now we'll do a little bit of WBC talk as the first game was tonight between Austria, or I'd have to double check, but I was watching it. It was some good ball. So, Rye, who's your favorite for the WBC besides USA?
Oh, well, okay. I think
Who's
Japan
a
just
sleeper team for you, say?
sleeper. Ooh. I mean, Mexico is always there. I think I'm kind of intrigued in this Italy team. I don't think they can win it, but I think they can make a run to like per se the semifinals. Coming out of the quarterfinals, I think they would have to play the winner of what group is it? Give me a moment here while my ESPN loads. I think it's Pool A who they're gonna play. They'll play the winner of Pool A: Cuba, Canada, Puerto Rico, Panama, Colombia. That's all. They're all beatable for Italy. You win that game, you get to the semifinals. You're probably gonna have to play Team Japan, so most likely you're gonna lose. But a lot of people are not talking about this Italy team, and I think they can very, very much make a run to the semis. But for a sleeper to win it, I mean, I feel like it's really Japan or USA to win it. I really don't think there's another team that's gonna win.
I think Puerto Rico is a sleeper. I think them and Cuba could definitely upset some people. I think they both have solid lineups. I mean, Yadier Molina is the coach for that Puerto Rico team. No, they might not be the most talented, but they're all bought in. They all want to win. That Cuba team is stacked.
Now that they're the Dominican Republic team, they're pretty nasty.
They are. DR is
So
pretty nice too.
so I'll say the DR is my sleeper to win it.
I took mine there. I'm gonna go the DR too. I mean, that team's pretty sick. I mean, Junior Caminero,
Yeah.
Leandro Tatis, Manny Machado. Like, don't even get me started with that. That's a pretty nasty team.
Yeah. So for the game right now, Australia's up 3-0 in the top of the ninth over Chinese Taipei. So Australia will get one in the win column there.
Travis Bazzano with a no doubter, first overall pick a couple drafts ago, top prospect in the MLB.
Yeah.
We'll end off with a little bit of MLB pickle rye. Who do you want to start off with?
Ooh, let's go Kyle Teal. Team Italy. Team Italy, I know is White Sox, but Team Italy.
From the USA, not in the AL. NL East, he has to be a righty lefty.
Righty lefty. Try to get the team. You said NL East. Try to get the team.
Harper. Brace.
Yeah.
NL East from the USA. Ooh. Mets, Brett Beatty. I don't know, I'm guessing a lot of lefty righties. I'm trying to get the team down. Not Mets, so Marlins.
So it's not Phillies, not Mets.
I'm gonna guess Sandy Alcantara, just a pitcher from the Marlins.
Yeah, just get the team.
On Miami, starting pitcher, righty, lefty. So he throws left-handed.
So he throws lefty.
Uh, Trying to think of the Marlins
Wait,
rotation.
you guessed Sandy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
Trying to think of their rotate. I know they have Sandy Alcantara. Um,
Who else is in that rotation that's a lefty?
I know it's Yuri Perez. Uh, I guess Yuri Perez. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if that'd be right.
Let's check lefty righties.
Not Yuri. Max Meyer. I know he's their number 3. It's
I
not
know. I know Braxton Garrett's a lefty.
Garrett. Yep, that is your
There we
Immaculate Grid
go.
Player of the Day, Braxton Garrett.
There we go.
Now we'll do a quick little Immaculate Grid. Um, Red Sox and Mariners.
The grids have been hard lately.
Red
I've
Sox
been,
and Mariners, James Paxton.
yeah. I've been
Uh,
doing them. They're
Seattle and
nice.
Colorado.
Ah,
Well, we could do Seattle 10-win season. Brian Wu or
yeah.
Felix Hernandez.
Yeah, go Felix. Be safe. Let's see.
Cardinals and Red Sox. Would go Willie, but he hasn't played a game there.
It kind of seems obvious, other than Willie.
Yeah. Rockies and Cardinals, Nolan Arenado.
I don't know why Colton Wong popped into my head for Boston St. Louis.
Yeah, maybe.
What's
Boston, San Diego, and then San Diego Rockies. Here,
let's
we'll
get the
do
10 wins out of the way. So for
Cardinals 10-win. Uh,
Waka,
Wainwright.
or yeah, Wainwright, but I feel like they both got it.
Padres,
Musgrove,
Dylan Cease, maybe.
oh yeah,
Yeah, Dylan Cease. Rock. All right, so we got to do Cardinals in Boston. Ooh. Steven Matz.
there we go, good pull.
Interviewed him last year. Red Sox and Padres. I think for San Diego and Colorado, the catcher, Elias Diaz, I remember him from last year, that playoff series. Yep, got that. So now we just need Rockies and Mariners, and then we need Red Sox and Padres.
Did Tulowitzki didn't play for Seattle.
Seattle and Colorado.
I'm trying to think of like the 12-ish Rockies played.
Yeah. Two.
Oh,
And then
Rockies,
San Diego Red Sox.
San Diego, and Boston. Ah, these are hard.
Here, I'm gonna see what the most popular answers were now.
Yeah.
For Red Sox, Padres, Xander Bogaerts. And
Oh,
then Rockies and Mariners is Jamie Moyer.
oh, Xander Bogarts, what are we doing? Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
and,
obvious.
thank you guys for tuning in today's episode. Expect some more content from us with the season nearing. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys next episode.